Bula and Namaste. Welcome to your Fiji Sun news bulletin. In the news today, Vanuatu's new Prime Minister has followed his ousted predecessor when it comes to supporting Fiji. Prime Minister Moana Kakasas Kalosil yesterday reiterated Vanuatu's full backing for Fiji and said Fijians have the right to make their own decisions. Mr. Kakasas joined all the Melanesian Prime Ministers at the G77 plus China high-level panel of eminent personalities meeting at the Intercontinental Fiji Golf Resort and Spa at Natandola. As the successful meeting ended yesterday, he joined fellow Melanesian Prime Ministers Peter O'Neill and Gordon Dasililo in continuing support for Fiji. Mr. Kakasas said that although some Pacific Island countries are not supportive of Fiji, Fiji has the full backing of Melanesian nations. He became Prime Minister in March, succeeding Sato Kilman. Also, the G77 plus China high-level panel of eminent persons of the South has enabled Pacific Island nations to bring to the fore issues that they faced which had been for long been ignored. Solomon Islands Prime Minister Gordon Dasililo said the North countries, which is how the much more developed nations are referred to, have long ignored the situations of the South. Mr. Lilo said Fiji was the best country to further the agenda of the South countries to the North, especially in its role as chair. He said that in 1996 he came across statistics that the Asia-Pacific region is home to two-thirds of the world's poor. Nothing he said has changed today, as the world's most poor are still in the same region. Mr. Lilo said they also needed to be mindful that all South countries did not have the same levels of development and resources. He said this framework would assist them in advancing together as members of the G77 plus China. In business, the Permanent Secretary for Industry and Trade has stressed more needs to be done in the area of fisheries management and conservation by the Melanesian Spearhead Group countries. Shaheen Ali, who is also chair of the meeting, made the comment yesterday while opening the three-day MSG Trade and Economic Officials meeting at the Holiday in Suva. Yesterday marked the beginning of a very important 2 weeks for our region as far as trade is concerned. Mr. Ali highlighted that apart from hosting the MSG Trade and Economic Officials meeting, Fiji will also host the inaugural MSG Trade Ministers meeting on May 20. He indicated that significant growth was projected in intra-MSG trade this year and next year based on the statistics and positive developments. Mr. Ali said the MSG trade agreement currently facilitates free movement of goods. It is envisaged that at the end of the deliberations there will be a clearer way forward for the future of the MSG. In sport, former National Sevens coach, manager and trainer Epineri Vula believes that our very own system has now become our very own enemy. His sentiments followed the recent performances of the Digicel Fiji Sevens team in Glasgow, Scotland over the weekend. Fiji lost to USA 22-7 in the plate semi-final. Meanwhile, the experience of Exeter Chiefs winger Watisoni Votu in the Digicel Fiji Sevens team is expected to bolster the national side's campaign this weekend's London Sevens. Team manager Semi Romeo said Votu's return to the national side is a blessing in disguise given his vast experience in the Sevens code. Romeo said the team had a blowout and game pattern session before working on their final touches. The team is injury-free except for Benito Masilevu, who has been replaced by Votu. Fiji takes on England at 9:58 p.m. on Saturday before playing Argentina at 2:40 a.m. on Sunday, and the last pool match is against Samoa at 4:03 a.m. Before we go, let's take a look at the weather. Cloudy periods with some showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Elsewhere fine apart from the afternoon or evening showers, moderate southeast winds and rough seas. That's all from the newsroom for now. Have a good day.